Not the correct shoes for this, but this too shall pass. It's a little thicker than it wants, but we're making the cuts fucking fine. Junior. Four and 3/4, Junior. I didn't even have my ground hooked up for a second there. Idiot. Yeah, it helps when you hook your ground up to it. You can find a electromagnetic field. Yeah, I don't think I need this actually. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure I just overheated my plasma cutter. It's throwing an F4 code, which I'm pretty sure means I overheated the frickin' thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened last time I overheated it. So now what I gotta do, gotta clean these up. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I got the door open too. Fucking A. Well, it's still throwing F4. But the dual cycle shut off. All right. It should be cool now because the fan did just shut off. But it's just my little small plasma cutter. I got the bigger one in the box tucked away somewhere. So remember, guys, please, if you haven't subscribed, I really beg you. This isn't all we do. We do a lot of everything. A lot of it is mostly involving a home, construction of a house. But right now I got to get a drop put on my trailer. So this is too small for my Reese hitch. So I'm adding in 1/4 inch stock on 2 sides. We're gonna cut some holes, but please just hit that subscribe button. And if you would, smack the like, double tap the screen, share to your ex or TikTok or YouTube, whatever one you're not watching, Insta, whatever. Share this, bring some more people on board. Double tap and subscribe would be a huge help for us. I thank you very much for watching. DJ will tell you all about me. Yeah, DJ. How you doing, DJ? You feeling a little better today? Cool, so we've got these 2 pieces clean. I only need 2. I don't know why I started cutting 3. I just love doing this. We're gonna get the welder going soon. If I had my own garage, if mine didn't burn down, we'd already been done with this. But of course, you know how it goes. Um, all right. Okay. I got to plasma cut that circle. And now that circle as well. We have our 2 circles set up, ready for cutting. Get that viced. Let's get the ground set up nice on there. Swap goggles, cover those. And on these, man, I had a much better, I had the Miller version of this before my garage burnt down, but to buy all your tools all back at once, you kind of have to go with the Harbor Freight version, and that's what I did. So, you know, I lost 350 grand, a whole shop, everything. So if you guys could subscribe, help me grow back where I was, and I can get you guys better content that way. And yeah, I'm on a good trajectory, so I appreciate everybody watching. But here we go. Let's get her done, guys. I have to plasma cut these 2 holes, one a piece, so we can put the pin that will hold this in the Reese hitch through the drop. I'm going to try to run this plasma cutter. I got a drill press. I could put it on the drill press. But if I had my shop hooked, you know, it goes back to like if I had my garage, but it fucking burnt down because someone got jealous. It is what it is. I don't understand it. Still don't know why, but I lost everything. So I still have my drill press. I bought a new one, but I don't have a garage to hook it up in, and it's all in storage. So I'm just going to plasma cut this hole. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be bigger than that so that the pin will fit through it. And then we can weld it. We'll weld this steel to this steel, making this bigger, and it'll fit in the truck, and we can hook it all up, and we'll be good to go tomorrow. Going to work. Can't wait. Go back to work. Make some money. Okay, turn the plasma cutter on. Wait for the cycle to start. This is just a small. Back to F4. That sucks. It's too hot. Man, I don't want to have to go get my other one. That stuff is thick. It's not rated 1/4 inch is supposed to be the thickest you use. This is really for like sheet metal. This isn't for 1/4 inch steel. I shouldn't have used this. I have to go get my other one, I think. Either that or get a drill press going. I don't think it's going to come out of it. So I used it too fast in between sit. I'm supposed to rest it for 5 minutes in between each set, but I didn't even really run it that long. I do not want to have to go get that other one. It's either that or get the drill press. There's always something. And you know why? I would have had it resting and it would have been fine if I didn't make this one pass. I forgot I didn't need another piece, so I kept cutting this, and that's what overheated it. So I would have had it, it would have been resting, and it would have cleaned up, you know, it would have cooled off by the time I need it again. So what the fuck? How is it just gonna get stuck on F4? When will it cool down? Still overheating. Guys, give me a second. I'm gonna look up. Yeah, it's a plasma cutter. This is the small version. I've got the bigger version inside my shed. It's buried though. I didn't want to have to grab it. The bigger one is in its box still and it's buried, like buried deep. Drill press is hanging right out on the front. So all I need to do is drill a couple holes. Or cut a couple holes. Maximizing. I need to maximize this. That thick. So I got two, one on each side. And I need to drill these out. Drill a hole. Either drill a hole or cut a hole. And it's looking like I'm gonna have to either go get my bigger plasma cutter, or bring my drill press in here. I don't know how long it takes it to, to cool down. Let's look it up real quick. It's popping at F2 when it shuts off as well. F2, titanium, it's from Harbor Freight. What does it mean when titanium plasma cutter pops F2 code? Pops an F2 code. F02. No voltage or incorrect voltage supplied to welder. Make sure the machine is plugged in. Check the status of your input.
Question. Are you good if we empty out his tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have plenty. His what?
His apartment.
Yeah, that's no problem. You guys have got a lot going on. I have too.
Yes.
You'll find those keys in that apartment somewhere. They're in one of the drawers.
We looked the drawers.
I don't know. Well, we'll find them.
I'm wondering if maybe like they got put like in the maintenance room or.
Yeah, we'll find them.
Yeah, we'll find them. They're around. What the fuck did they go? Oh, yeah. Check his ass, Layla. Check his ass.
All right. What is F? Plasma cutter, titanium, F04 code. Air pressure. Ah, my air compressor died.
Hopefully he sleeps good for you tonight.
Yep. I need to get into the meter box, the fuse panel.
Okay. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Can I go through?
Yeah. You can be able to. Hey, come.
Hello. Test reader or something. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Son of a bitch. All right, so that's an air code. Some reason might be this one. The air compressor? Really? So that's going out. It broke just that switch. Huh. Okay, never mind. So it broke off of this panel over here. It's just a separate switch. Thanks for hanging in there. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Unobtrusively, I'm not trying to bother you, but the subscription really does actually, is the thing that helps. Viewing helps, hanging out, watching, seeing what we got going on. We're always gonna do something fun. It's always gonna be something. Every day, it's something new. We're building rails tomorrow, and after that, we got to tile a floor in the kitchen. Got roofs coming up, vinyl siding coming up, a lot of paint, exterior paint coming up, decks, shed, rear of house, trim all over the house. So there's a lot of good stuff coming. Okay, F4 is air, which led to a 2. All right. We got a hole here. We gotta make. Can you see? You guys want to go zoom in? That's good, right? Okay, I'm happy with that. I ought to put some gloves on. Sorry about that, guys. Gotta watch my little toes here. My fucking compressor died again. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let that run because it obviously overheated. Good thing it has a kill switch. I'm just gonna give it a better feed so it stops overheating. Maybe the compressor itself. Don't matter, either way I've got my holes cut. Either way. So now if we gotta hone this out anymore, I'll just use my flange honer there. It's like, it's a cone. I forget what it's called. Cool, I'm good with that. I'm just gonna run this fan. I'll run this fan on the plasma cutter until it cools down. I don't know why my air compressor keeps shutting off. Okay. That's my older air compressor, so I don't know what's wrong with it. Anyway. There we go. She's cooled off. Good enough. Plug the welder in. Where? So, our lead. And our ground. Give this a little bit better direction here. Turn on our gas. Beautiful. Now we're going to be doing 1/4 inch steel. I'll go to number 9. It's going to run hot. I'm running 3/8. Sorry, 0.03. J. And I'm on flux core. So it's got flux core. This is actually a really cool welder. It's got a lot of different modes. Flux core, stainless steel, steel C25, steel C100, and aluminum spool gun. So, really neat. It's a lot of different modes and functions for this little welder. You know, this is the size of just a regular Miller welder. I'm sure it's not top of the line, it's just a Harbor Freight job. I'm only going to use it for MIG mostly. Okay. This ground. Unless I grind. Could grind right here. Still not going to get a very good connection though. Yeah, I'll just give it a tack weld. That'll give me conductivity. Okay, right there actually. I've got it all. Alright, let's get this puppy on. Got the welding snips. Okay, it's just that's why. It was telling me this stuff is way too thick. But I'm not welding for structure here. I'm just welding to get this to sit inside a square easier. It's nothing structural. And as soon as I get this, I could put it in like this, unwelded, and it would literally do exactly what I need it to. turn this up a little more. Well then, battery died on me. Just remember, they said it was easy. It's never easy. Ever. It's never, ever easy. Some things we're used to doing. We're used to it, so it really doesn't bother us much. But a lot of the times, it's not just going to be easy. Hi. Great. Babe, do you know where any C batteries are? Ah, look, I just found one.
This is so cute with the little lemons. And this is
I don't know.
to go on top.
Whatever.
Brings out a yellow. I want this.
Whatever she thinks.
I want to grab it.
Usually frying them's just perfect.
And the color is so fun. Holy cow, but
Fry them in butter, usually. Deer steak. I got a CR2032. It's not the right size. Son of a bitch.
And so I see so many shorts, but not a ton of tops. Can you show me all the tops?
That's cute pink shirt. Cute pink top. Cute my favorite shirt. Cute this. I got this really cute. I don't know what this shirt says.
Adorable on you.
What does it say?
I don't have the old school ones either with just the goggles.
What is he just eye station?
I'm sorry, what?
My auto darkeners aren't darkening.
Like you have poor reading glasses, you fill this up with this
So
and you put this on your eye and you open it. Use the
I'll just weld blind, fuck it. I'll just have to close my eyes.
okay. Now I'm gonna just try to eat
I'm welding in here, you gotta stay away. CR2450. Yep, it just popped a low battery light. I could have sworn I had more batteries for this. I probably do. Maybe they're in the box. Why didn't I think to look there? Nope. I got more protectors. No more batteries. Unfortunately. I'll still wear it. I'll wear my sunglasses too. I wish I had the old school goggles. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes. I need to get some of that flux. This cone is dirtier than hell. Probably need a new tip in it too. Having the sunglasses on does help. I'm not getting any penetration though. I just need it to sit and stay, that's it. Good enough. Like I said, it's not structural. I really just want that 1/4 inch plate to sit there and not move around. And once it's in that Reese hitch housing, it's not going to move around anyway. So, like I said, I could have put it in there without even welding it, but the weld helps. And I just ruined one of my good vices. Whatever. And now my eyes are all smoked. But I can say the glasses did help. but my battery's dead, and this auto darkener did not just darken it. It tried really hard, but it didn't auto darken. So I'm gonna let that fan run on the welder for a little while. I'll clean this up and we'll go hook it up to the truck. I'll just keep this square and everything right with the welder. I'll even keep this old tape measure. This is what I built apartment 2 with. 3B. It was nice and lightweight. I'm used to using Stanley Fat Max, but I was really comfortable with that lighter, older tape. Man, I wish I was done already. Could have been done already. If we had a shop already hooked up. So, that's obviously a little hot, and I may need to bore these holes just a little bit in a couple areas, but you look down that hole, it looks pretty It's pretty tight. You can see right through both sides, you know, but there's a couple little spots. What happened is my compressor shut off and I just said to hell with it. So it's on there. Let's go install this thing. 2 5/16 is my ball on my trailer. So it'll go like this. I just realized that I'll need the other pin. Either that or I'll just put a bolt through this. Grade 8 bolt. We'll find a bolt for it. Something. All right. Remember, guys, subscribe, please, if you can. I won't bother you. Just turn the notifications off. Make sure your bell. I mean, if you want to hear every time I make a new video, you could leave them on, but it's free, you know. And it really does make a big difference for the channel. And then you guys could see every time. It would be on your feed at least. Oh. I do plan on giving long-term content, is what I'm trying to say. And we do basically everything. Plumbing, well, really my main thing is building and painting, carpentry and painting. And that's everything to do with buildings, residential and some commercial, you know. We don't have huge machinery, but we rent whatever we need to rent or borrow from our buddies, or we'll just hire it out. If it's my own home, I'll do my own electrical most of the time, plumbing most of the time. If it's someone else's house with my company, Robbins Construction, I technically have to hire out anything that we're running new. So, I'm gonna go open this door. I see quite a bit of smoke. Oh yeah, it's trapped up here, and that's not good breathing. The wind's blowing it open. Or shut it. Holy fuck, dude. just stayed trapped up here. I'm just gonna leave that open for a little while. I thought it was open. I opened it earlier, but the wind must have blown it shut. Alright, so I'll put that air hose away. I'll get this plasma cutter put away as well. I don't want to leave that plasma cutter out. Because just one, if I hit it wrong, you know, I'll put it up here and get it out of the way. I may need it again, so we're just going to hang on to it. I won't put it all the way away. I'll disconnect the wires though. Well, that job just saved me a couple $100 to buy a whole new drop. And it got me on the road so I can bring my trailer a little more safely. And once I fix the leaf springs and all of the bushings on it, it'll ride a lot better now that it's like a 6-inch drop. So ever since I bought my new truck, see the 2016s, they sit pretty level. The 19s are kicked right up, like 6 inches higher. Plus I have airbags and, you know, all that crazy shit in the truck. So the truck sits really high. It's like 5 inches higher than a stock 19 F250. So it's just making that trailer like ride like this, and it's putting all the weight on the back axle. Barely any weight on the front axle. And it's just beating the hell out of my suspension in the rear. So I've got new suspension coming for the rear, new leaf springs. And I got new bushings, new axle, new links, leaf spring shackles. And that will tighten it up quite a bit. And then just to get it, the weight distribution off that rear axle by dropping the tongue and putting more weight on the front axle instead of that rear, it's going to help it ride so much better. And then I can align it later, but just that alone, it's a brand new rear axle. The whole thing is brand new. So I'm not worried about the rear axle failing as much as I am the leaf springs blowing in half, you know. If that happens, it's going to be a real problem. But just doing this 6-inch drop, like I said, will help put a lot more weight on them front axles and take a lot of weight. I ran this all over heaven just for a small job. It's kind of silly. I shouldn't have probably, but oh, you shouldn't have. Okay. Hook this to the rear. Nothing like lefty coil. There we go. cool. That's all hooked up. Lovely. Out of the way a little bit. Whoops. Shut this door. I know, right? Yeah, I ended up getting one. I ended up getting one finally. Okay, let's go out to the trailer. See what we can shake up. All right. So, I'll give you guys an overview. See how that trailer's sitting like that? It's got like a tilt to it, a little more than the truck does. That's actually quite substantial when you put all the weight that I have on that trailer. That trailer's probably 8,500 pounds right now with all my tools in it. Odin, heel back now. So, we're gonna drop that substantially and get all that weight on the front. I wouldn't say all, but most of the weight will go to the front here in a second. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Here we go. We gotta find a bolt. inches will be long enough. That's long enough. This one's even bigger. Oh, fuck yeah. That ought to do it. Ooh, this one's even juicier. Look at that big bastard. Come on, baby. I take this washer out. Come on, baby. Ah! I'd have to make it bigger, but hell, that's what I need right there. Fuck, man, that's what I need, right? That's a big bastard. But it would also have to fit through this. All right. I like what I see, and I see what I like. This, I already got the pin for this. I'm gonna have to bore this out anyway. So, just so we can start, let's chalk the trailer up, unhook it off the ball. We'll take the straight off that's on there right now. We'll get that pin that's holding the straight onto my Reese. That way we can get an actual, make sure that Reese, the pin will go through it. While we bore out the other holes to get that big, huge bolt in, we'll bore out this where I welded it on there as well. First things first, let's block it up. But we should also just put this back real quick. Let's just pick up what we have out. Looks good. A little bit of trash and a little bit of bottles. Okay. Pretty sure all the chalks are on the other fender. Oh wait, they're already hooked up. Okay, I can drive the truck forward now. So we'll take the straight off. Okay. Now, I'm gonna remove this pin. It's always a bitch to get off, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Good thing I had it off this morning. All right, so really all we need is this. This can just stay right in the back of the truck. Usually that'll go under the seat just so that no one can pick it up and steal it, because it's like probably $140, at least 85. I only buy Curtis or Kurt, whatever the hell they are. Pretty sure it's just Kurt. But Kurt is one of the better brands. I'd say it's one of the more expensive brands. I like the ones that you can change the drop on, but there was nothing like that available when I had to buy this, and I was like, had to buy something that day. So this is what I had to come up with here. Well, it's fitting so far. Oh, look at that. Goes right through. Cool. Now we just need this to go through this hole. Sorry. These holes. I ought to bore these out now while I'm here too, just in case I need it to go straight, because I have the drop ability and I have the straight ability, which is really huge. And this has, pretty sure this is literally what I used on my last one when I didn't have a pin. I don't really know for sure, but kind of sure. And I'll also need to bore out both of these, because I may need to go different sizes one day.